I remember the day my life changed forever. It was a regular morning, or so I thought. I woke up, got dressed, and stepped out into a world that would soon turn upside down. I was wrongfully convicted of a crime I didn't commit. The weight of those words, guilty, still echoes in my mind. I was sentenced to years in prison, stripped of my freedom, my dreams, and my identity. In those dark days, I felt anger, despair, and betrayal. I was surrounded by walls that felt like they were closing in on me. I questioned everything. How could this happen? Why me? But as time passed, I realized that holding on to that anger was like carrying a heavy stone. It weighed me down, and I knew I had to find a way to let it go. When I was finally exonerated, I walked out of that prison a free man. But I also walked out with a choice to make. I could let bitterness consume me, or I could choose forgiveness. It wasn't easy. Forgiveness felt like a mountain I had to climb, but I understood that it was essential for my healing. I had to forgive not just those who wronged me, but also myself for the years I spent in anger. I began to share my story, not just to seek justice for myself, but to advocate for others who had been wronged by a flawed system. I realized that my journey could inspire change. I started speaking out about the need for criminal justice reform, shining a light on the injustices that so many face. Each time I shared my story, I saw the impact it had on others. People began to understand that wrongful convictions are not just statistics, they are real lives, real families torn apart. Forgiveness became my strength. It allowed me to connect with others who had suffered. I met people who had lost loved ones to violence, and instead of anger, I found compassion. I learned that forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing to rise above the pain. It means reclaiming your narrative and using it to uplift others. Today, I stand here not just as a survivor, but as an advocate for change. I believe in the power of forgiveness to heal wounds, both personal and societal. My journey has taught me that redemption is possible and that we all have the capacity to forgive, even in the face of unimaginable hurt. I want my story to resonate with anyone who feels trapped by their circumstances. You have the power to choose how you respond to pain. Forgiveness can be a path to freedom, not just for those who wronged you, but for yourself. It's a journey worth taking, one that can lead to healing, hope, and a brighter future.